Ladies and gentlemen, don't really want to make this video and I need to go to bed. Episode. This is our life.
See, I got three letters typed in the help center, and your IP is temporary blocked.
I want to say to the...
Are you adding a bunch of shit?
No, I haven't added anything. To the activist in Keene, oh boy, you sure can dish it out, but you can't take it. You reported a page my wife put up.
Fuck you.
And you know, there are some really disgusting, degrading pages on Facebook, and what the group she put up. You're going to complain about that one? Oh my gosh. You're showing what kind of people you are. Do you not understand why people don't like you? Why people don't respect you? Why people don't trust you? Do you understand why the Free State Project itself tends to distance itself from you? And I mean, do you understand any of this? I'll tell you something. If you would have grown up the way I did in the institutions I grew up in, well, I bet you would be the teacher's pet, so to speak. I can guarantee you that's not what I was in those places. You know, we used to tell the staff, like what I just said, you can dish it out but you can't take it, and they agreed. They agreed that they would not be able to handle what they gave us. And you look at what you do to other people, the way you treat other people, and you wonder why people get upset, and why people don't want anything to do with you, and why people don't respect you, and why people don't trust you, and why people don't care what you have to say. This is not true with all the activists in Keene. This is true with possibly a majority. I don't know if it's a majority, but you all are loud and obnoxious. And, you know, I know people, my wife knows people, we know people individually and we know people together that like the whole idea of the Free State Project, who like what's going on, but they don't like what you do in Keene. They don't like Keene Activist. There are people in Manchester that there are people who started out in Keene and moved to Manchester, moved to Concord, moved to other parts of the state to distance themselves from you.
JJ?
Yeah, he left.
Yes.
Do you understand this? Does it mean anything to you? I think you're so stuck up and obnoxious and just so self-centered that you really don't care. I mean, when you actually say you don't care if somebody commits suicide, that really says a lot about you. You are very, very sick. I do care. I care about people. That's why I'm not like I was when I was younger. Believe me, if I was still the way I was when I was younger, I'd probably be in prison right now. Maybe even on death row. Maybe they would have already executed me. But I'm not like that anymore. Because I learned. Now, I will admit, I'm a lot older than 99.9% of you. So, you know, both my wife and I have lived a significant part of our lives. We've learned, sometimes the hard way, about how to treat people and how not to treat people. And when you run around and you harass and belittle the meter maid, I'm like, are you serious? Why don't you do that with a cop? Okay. Now, I've been cop blocking. I've watched cop block. I like what they do. I respect them because they don't get in people's faces and yell and try to belittle people, and that's not what they're doing. Okay, I've seen them hand out cards to people. I've seen them stand there and just be the eyewitness, videotape, audio record, you know, making sure the cops don't step over the line. I have nothing against that. I've done it. I'll do it again. My problem is with people who are so selfish that they don't care if other people commit suicide. They don't care if other people die. What's going to happen if you go to jail like Rich Paul? Do you think anybody's really going to care? I know I'll care, but I won't write to you. I won't call you. I won't accept your calls. You can send me all the mail you want, and I'm just going to tear it up and throw it away, because you've already shown me what kind of person you are. And I do not want to be associated with such people. There's a reason I got so upset. And now you report a page that my wife starts because it says F the CAC. I'm like, you know, there's a page, oh, I forget the guy in Florida who killed Trayvon Martin. You remember his name? It's George Zimmerman. There's a page that actually says, kill George Zimmerman. And in the description, it says, you know, let's hunt the guy down and kill him. And Facebook won't take that down. I've complained about it more than once. I know others who have complained about it more than once. Yet, a page that says F the CAC, that upsets you? What's wrong with you? Are you sick in the head? I mean, you're a bunch of self-centered, selfish, immature little brats. And frankly, I am more afraid of you being in power than most of those currently in power on the local level and to some degree on the state level. At least on the state level, we're getting people elected that are making things better. What you're doing is not making things better. What you're doing is making enemies. You make enemies of people like myself and my wife. We came up here for a reason. Okay? And we didn't come up here just to see the scenery. Although, frankly, the scenery is a whole lot better than having anything to do with you people. Actually, the scenery is unbelievably beautiful. But you're very, very sad people. See, a strong person tries to build up others. A weak person does what you do. Do you understand that? Maybe not. I know before long most of you will be running away back to Mama and Daddy because you're not going to be able to stand the heat. Well, a lot of you have already done that. There are a lot of people who've moved here and then left, and most of them have run back home. And most of you in Keene will do the same thing. So, what you're doing when you complain about pages like that is you're saying far more about yourself than anybody else. I don't know if you understand that. I know you're capable of understanding it, but I don't know if you do understand it. So, and you wonder why you're not getting a whole lot accomplished. People who get things accomplished don't do the things you do.